Good morning, Google's Trust and Safety Verification team. This is Ross coming from development team of Ruby. And the purpose of this video is to explain why we need a specific scope in our Ruby connector. So this is our Ruby connector, which the user can use to access the reports from Ruby. And so here we only have one scope that we must use to access data, which is the external request. There are a couple of places why we need external request. So one is the authentication. So this authentication has nothing to do with Google. So this is our internal authentication in Ruby. So we need a user to pass their email and token. So then we can call the REST API from Ruby to authenticate and authorize the user. So this one is purely in a database of Ruby, which has nothing to do with Google. So the second place, we need to call this web service. So again, this is a REST API. From external, from Ruby, we call it Ruby web service to get reports. And the next one, we need to just get the fields of the reports. That's the third web service we have to call from the Ruby connector. So the last one is the content. So we need to render the contents of this report. So basically, all the web service is we just retrieve data from Ruby instead of collecting any data from customer. So pretty much we only just get data from Ruby's database instead of Ruby collecting any user's private detail or whatever. It's nothing to do with that. So when user come to this data studio, they first just need to enter their username and token, which they should already know because Ruby can tell them. So the username, I can use my username. So that's my token. And to log in. So I click submit. It should allow me to log in. Yeah, and then you see user can select reports. So the report is coming from the report web service, and just from here, that's report field. So this report is coming from this web service. And I choose this one and click connect to continue. And then the connector will call the Ruby's REST API to retrieve all the reports. Here, see all the field and reports. So basically, that's it. So that's the only reason why we need a scope. And I hope Google can help to verify this scope. Thank you very much.